How's it going, everybody? This is Alex Caceres, and you're listening to Story of the Fight.
Hello.
Music just stopped abruptly, man.
Listen, man, I'm not rich.
Rich and casual. He is missed right now.
Yeah.
He is missed. But hey, special edition of Story of the Fight. Welcome, everybody. We usually do this on Sundays, what we call MMA Church, but there's a special event coming up, Will.
There is a very special event.
Very special event. But before we get into it,
we're excited.
A little bit, right? Yeah. But before we get into it, if anybody likes our content, you can find us on Spotify, Breaker, Podcast, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, essentially wherever podcasts are found. And of course, the YouTubes, right?
Yep. And let's see, we're at Story of the Fight on Instagram and Twitter. And we have a group chat on Facebook called Story of the Fight Chat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we can go and get right into it. We have UFC 266 coming up. This is a big event for many reasons.
Two championships.
Yeah.
You know, Dan Hooker's on the card. You know,
the Hook man.
Marlon Moraes. That's probably it, right? Moraes.
There you go, dude. Yeah. That's about it. No. It's kind of stacked. It's kind of stacked, man, from top to bottom. But for the sake of time, we're just gonna go over the main card, right?
Yeah. We're just gonna preview the main card. Go over our picks for the main card. And if you want to hear anything, if you're not watching this live, then I'll have timestamps down below. So if you want to hear about a specific fight, you'll be able to just jump right to that in the comments or the description.
And then while you're checking out the comments and subscription, just subscribe.
Yeah, just click it.
Just click it. There. And then the little notification bell. I mean, it's all in that same area, kind of, sort of. So, all right. So, Volkanovski versus Ortega. We want to start off with the main event?
Yeah. Let's start at the top. Volkanovski right now favored at minus 175.
Ortega plus 155. How you feeling about this fight?
Ortega's plus 155?
Yep.
Easy pick.
Give me the dog.
Give me the dog on this one. Easy pick.
That's what I'm saying. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of similar picks.
Probably. I thought maybe we would go against each other on that one. I think we're probably going to agree on pretty much everything after this one.
Well, why would we go against each other? So in the beginning of the year, we did the prediction episode, remember?
Yes.
And I said Ortega will take the belt from Volkanovski, and by the end of the year, we'll have Max Holloway that retains the belt, or that gets the belt back. I'm sorry, from I said retains because in my eyes, he's still the champ. You know what I mean?
He never lost it.
He never lost it. But I said that Holloway would take the belt away from Ortega. Now, I don't think that's going to happen by the end of the year anymore, just because of the way that everything's worked out with this fight right now being pushed back. But I still believe Ortega's going to take it from Volkanovski.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Volkanovski's really good, obviously. I mean, he's the champ, right? But I don't think he's like a very unorthodox striker. And I think that I know MMA math doesn't work right, but stylistically, the way Ortega outstruck the Korean Zombie, I think that's what we're going to see again in this one. And I think part of what made Volkanovski stylistically such an interesting matchup with Max Holloway is the fact that, because at first it's like, okay, yeah, well, Max is Max, and he's so long for the division, and Volkanovski's not at all, right? He's like the opposite physically. But when he gets in tight, he's so good. I don't know if he's going to want to get in tight against Ortega. So I think the range is going to play a much bigger factor. Are you thinking
this because of him trying to avoid the clinch?
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the range is going to be more of a factor in this fight than it is in the Holloway Volkanovski fights, just because Volkanovski's not going to be as willing to get in close as he is against someone like Max. And if he is, I think that's what he has to do to win the striking exchanges. And if he is, and he does that, Ortega has that in his back pocket always, you know? I mean, if he just grabs a hold of you it could be over. Like he'll choke you out in the clinch. You know what
Ask
I mean?
Cub Swanson.
Ask Cub Swanson. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Look at all his wins other than a couple of his knockouts. But I mean, he sets up arm triangles and shit like that in the clinch and just drags you to the mat, and then it's over. So yeah, I think Ortega has more weapons here. I don't see Volkanovski having answers for Ortega.
I like Ortega. I agree. I don't think Volkanovski is going to want to take him to the ground at all. Ortega is so dangerous. He's dangerous off his back. So, but you just never know, because Volkanovski might come in with a giant ego because he's a champion and say, "What? I could take you down. I'm not scared of you. I have jiu-jitsu too." But we all know there's levels, right? There's levels. But I have Ortega winning via submission.
Yeah, same.
You do?
Same. Yeah.
I thought
this is going to be
a contrarian.
This is going to be a very fun episode of just us agreeing with each other, us patting each other on the back with our opinions.
We're not gonna just give false picks or anything just to like try to, No. We're always gonna be straightforward. We're gonna be honest. So
we're not ESPN. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman and
you're damn sure I'm not Max Kellerman.
We'll talk about that a little bit later. So both of us have Ortega plus 155. I agree with you.
Bet, man.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, it's not crazy odds, but if you want to be a degenerate and have a parlay, that's a nice little addition to a parlay. Yeah.
You're talking about this guy right here.
Yeah.
All right, man. Before that.
Yeah, co-main.
We have Shevchenko versus Murphy. So the best I was able to find for Shevchenko was minus 900. Now, when I say the best, this is me when I say, okay, if you're trying to place a bet, because you can find her at minus 1,800.
Yeah,
means
exactly.
You would have to drop $1,800 in cash, bet $1,800 to be able to win $100.
Yeah.
So the best for you, if you're trying to make money off Shevchenko, would be take the minus 900 on one of these sites, so you can make $100. Who's going to want to do that? I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, you know what my biggest prediction is, and I guarantee I'll be right. You can take this one to the bank. No. During this fight, you will have a live tweet pop up on the screen of some man just placed a $20,000 bet on Shevchenko to win, and it's going to be one of those. They do it every time, right? Anytime there's a huge favorite, they do it every time.
Hey, so I know you don't watch football, but they're kind of doing something similar now too, where they're like, bet MGM, just let us know that there's somebody that placed a $25 bet, 16 game parlay. Dude, this guy hits on everything. So off $25, he's going to make $700 and some $1,000, and he lost in the Monday Night Football game. Last game.
I forgot what card it was, but I had a parlay of the entire card, and I hit everything until the co-main Tanner Bozer versus Andre Arlovski. The co-main event is where I lost my entire card parlay, and it broke my heart. You should have seen. Have you seen Uncut Gems?
I haven't seen Uncut Gems yet.
Damn, you should watch it.
Is that the one with what was it, Kevin Garnett?
The Sandman. Yeah, he is in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, are you going? I'm guessing you're going with Murphy.
Yeah. No. I think someone asked her in the press conference, what does she bring to the table that makes it different, right? What is she going to bring to the table that Shevchenko hasn't seen before? She gave the most
generic answer ever.
Said, I'm tough and I don't give a shit. And Shevchenko's like, oh, damn, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that.
No, well, she was like, she's never faced anybody like me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Shevchenko's an absolute monster, man. How many fights does she have? I don't know. She has a lot of fights. Okay, so she's 21-3. She's, I think, the second best female fighter in the world. Mm-hmm. You don't think that she has an answer for whatever style you throw her way?
I know. Yeah, come on.
And I understand you can't go up to the press conference and you can't be like, yeah, I don't like my chances.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard.
I'm gonna go in there. And I'm gonna make some money.
Listen, she's beat all the top contenders, so I guess I'm next.
Yeah, so
no disrespect to Lauren Murphy though, but I mean,
look, dude, she'll kick my ass. She'll kick my ass right now. Okay, but she's facing one of the best female fighters to ever do it. Shevchenko's been absolutely steamrolling everybody that's put in front of her. Yeah. Will she KO Murphy? I don't know because Murphy is tough.
Yeah.
Murphy's tough. She's big for the division. But Shevchenko's just a whole nother level. I take Shevchenko by KO. I do say KO.
Yeah, same.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Shevchenko by KO. Head kick.
Second round. Oh.
Head kick.
I don't know. I think probably like a TKO or something. She's going to drop her, and then she's going to finish her with punches on the ground. Is my
How
guess.
does she drop her? Head kick.
I don't think she's going to head kick her with it and get a knockdown with the head kick.
No? Okay.
No, I think it'll be her hands. Either hands or like knees or something.
She's got hands, dude. She's got hands too.
She got hands. Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's a fun fight though. That's championship fight.
Yeah, for who?
Me.
For Shevchenko and for Shevchenko fans.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a fun fight for Murphy. I mean, hopefully she has a good time in there. I wish her nothing
Listen,
but the
man,
best.
The best thing about the sport is anybody can win at any given moment.
I remember the time when I did not want to order the Ronda Rousey fight against Holly Holm because in my head I was like,
Really?
this is just going to be another quick fight, right?
Yeah.
And Mindy actually ordered it because she liked Ronda Rousey at that time. And she was like, hey, I ordered the Ronda Rousey fight. I was like, fine, I guess I'll watch it. Like I was going to watch it, right? And boom. Boom! That one of the biggest underdogs, right? To win. So
it was a big deal. I remember that card. I had people over, and it was like the co-main event, and we had paused it, right? So we weren't live, and they were doing the walkouts, and then someone that was there was just like, who doesn't care about fighting, was just like, oh, I just saw who wins, but said it like didn't care, right? Because didn't know anything about it. And so, but like the demeanor of it was just like, oh, so Ronda won. Okay. And everyone there was just like, let's just see how she does it. And then it started happening. And we were like, huh, what's happening?
What's going on?
And we're like, how did you like keep so calm? She's like, was that crazy? It's like,
oh my God. That's
crazy.
awesome. That is awesome. All right. So you have Ortega so far, Shevchenko, same here. Now this is the one though. This is the people's main event.
The big deal. The reason we're all here.
We have Robbie Lawler coming in at -125, -125 favorite versus Nick Diaz at +130. So Diaz hasn't fought what, 6 years, 5 years?
6 years.
6 years. And the talk about this fight is just how Nick Diaz doesn't seem to be in the right mental state. He had that interview with what's his face, and they're like, he doesn't like fighting, and he oh no, like he's scared about fighting. And so that's all
doesn't
people
even
are
want
talking
to be
about.
there. He's not motivated.
They show the video of him, like doing the little
shadow
boxing for the UFC, and they're like, oh my God, he looks so slow. Like there's just so many people that I don't think have ever followed Nick Diaz that are now trying to throw their opinion in there because they've seen Nate Diaz and they started watching Conor McGregor when Conor McGregor came on, and they started watching fighting, and now they've heard all these things about Nick Diaz because his legend has still been there.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
The Nick Diaz army. Nate talks about my brother's the best fighter in the world. They still show highlights. Yeah, dude, Nick Diaz army, bro. That's a sick shirt. That's a sick shirt.
Yeah, it's a sick one.
So all these people have never actually looked into Nick Diaz or watched Nick Diaz, hear all this stuff, and then they see these interviews. They see the press conference.
Like, this isn't normal.
Yeah,
don't talk like this.
He's totally different now.
Yeah,
but dude, I saw that and I was like, he has said before that he doesn't like fighting.
He's never said he enjoyed it.
He has said it before that he doesn't like fighting. He has always had high anxiety, it seems like, whenever he's in press conferences, interviews. He tries to really pick his words, which causes him to like stumble on words sometimes because he doesn't want something to get out there, or like I just feel like he's so self-conscious about himself.
Yeah, 100%.
But he's always been like that.
Yeah, always. I mean, he got a title shot taken away from him because he didn't show up to a press conference because he hates dealing with the crowd and that many people. I mean, come on, dude. If you have high social anxiety, like that's got to be the worst situation you could be in is sitting there with hundreds of people sitting there and they're just asking you questions and you already feel like a fool, and you spent your whole life being told you're an idiot and being held down in class and all this stuff, and like it's the worst place to be in. And that's when George texted us and was like, I hope he's not just like playing their game, right? Then he's not just getting used by the UFC, because he was saying that he wasn't motivated for this and like he doesn't even know why he's doing this, and whoever made this fight is an idiot and all this stuff. And dude, the weight change, I should say, last minute, him being allowed to skip media day, all this stuff is him forcing the fact that he's got 2 guys on the card that are his buddies that are there because of him. I'm not going to knock their accomplishments, right? They're there for a reason, right? But he brought them in. Like, he's got the UFC playing his game. He's not playing their game at this point. And it's nice to see, because I mean, growing up watching him, dude, like, you know how many people would, I was a NICK DIAZ fan since I've been an MMA fan. And you know how many people told me shit because, oh, you like that dude? He's bad for the sport. He's like too thug, like he's disrespectful, all this shit. This is a respectful sport. It's martial arts. And I'm like, dude, pay attention. Like, he's the epitome of martial arts, right? Like, if you really paid attention back then, especially, you could see it. It's just the UFC didn't want to promote that. First they tried promoting him as the bad boy, the thug, the NorCal gangster, right? And like that he's the bad boy and all this stuff. And then as soon as they started trying to look like a legitimate sport and all that kind of stuff, they transitioned to that look. They don't promote him at all, right? And it's someone who never got his fair representation, and it sucks because now the sport is what it is, and I'm glad he's back so that he can get some of that shine. If you go to UFC.com right now, as soon as it loads, it's a gigantic picture of NICK DIAZ. There's 2 title fights happening this weekend, and it's a giant picture of NICK DIAZ. I'm glad he's getting that now because he never got it, and he deserved it, right? That being said, all this stuff leading up to the fight, him being shut down, him looking around, looking down, talking about how he doesn't feel good in the morning, talking about he doesn't know what he's getting into, all this stuff. None of that is new. He has said that numerous times before. It's just the amount of eyes that are on the sport right now weren't there back then. And if they were there, a lot of them probably didn't see all the behind the scenes interviews with Karen Bryant, you know, like before she was employed by the UFC. All these people didn't watch him in Elite XC. No one watched him in Strikeforce. At least, I mean, they did, right? But not that many, not nearly as many now. And a lot of people think it's like cool to be a Diaz brother fan. It used to not be. Mm-hmm. It used to be people would talk shit to me all the time because I was a Diaz brother fan, both of them, right? But mainly Nick back in the day, until Nate joined on in the scene. But a lot of people now, like you said, after the Conor fights with Nate, they became Nate Diaz fans, and they think because I'm a Nate Diaz fan, I'm a Diaz brothers fan. Mm-hmm. And Nick comes with the territory. But a lot of people think that Nick is like Nate. Like they're going to watch a press conference and people are going to talk shit to him and he's going to talk shit right back. He's quick on it, right? He's like real like thug about it and all this shit. That's not Nick, dude. It's not. He's never been, right? Like he'll talk shit, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. And I like both the guys. I've been huge on them for as long as I can remember. But all these people, all these psychologists looking at the stuff that came out and saying that he's going to lose and he shouldn't have come back. I get it. But it's just that they're just not familiar with it. And that being said, I have NICK DIAZ winning this fight.
I have NICK DIAZ winning this fight as well. Let me ask you, how do you have him winning the fight?
Sorry that was so long-winded, right? It's just
no, you're good. You're good.
It's just been pissing me off looking online and stuff and seeing all these people say,
he
looks out of shape. He shouldn't have come back. People are saying he looks like Chuck Liddell in his last fight against Tito.
Okay, well.
You don't get to talk about fighting. Sorry. From now on, you don't get to talk about fighting.
Max Kellerman,
calling him Nate Diaz to Dana White. He's interviewing Dana White, and he's like, Nate Diaz is coming back. And then ESPN shows footage of Nate Diaz training and fighting. It's crazy to me because Nate has always paid respects to Nick as being the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. Nick Diaz Army. He's the general. All this shit. And now it's crazy that Nate is the superstar, right? But Nick is the one, dude. Nick is the one.
Yeah. And I feel like there's some disrespect in the press conference.
There's a lot.
Somebody asking, with your little brother kind of taking over or, become the star that he is, would you say that he's kind of taken over the Nick Diaz Army? Do you think he's the new general?
Get the fuck out of here.
And
how do these people get these press passes, by the way?
I don't know, but this was very amateur.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was amateur hour.
Bad.
It was amateur hour.
The pink suit guy was there. Yeah. He was the guy that told Conor last time he got a win was Obama was in office and all this shit, right? And I saw him there, and I was like, bro, this guy's going to say some disrespectful ass shit right now. But then he didn't. He had maybe one of the best things of the press conference, in my opinion. Again, right? Maybe my bias is showing there a little bit, but he said, you said time and time again that this sport has taken so much from you, and it hasn't given you anything. But all these people are here for you. They all support you. So, like, what is it that you think they've taken away, and what do you think is left for the sport to give you? I was like, that's a pretty good fucking question. I like that. And I like, and the crowd went crazy in that. And honestly, the crowd going crazy in that moment and Nick kind of looking around was like fucking awesome to see, because this is a man he's right, like he's been done dirty a lot in his life, not just by the UFC, but like life in general, right? So it's cool to see him receive that finally, because it's been a long time.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not too late. I really don't want to see a one and done in this case. He says he's going to come back no matter what, right?
But what made me very happy to hear is he was like, if I get my ass beat, I'm coming back soon. I want to get right back in here if I get my ass beat.
Then he looked at Dana right after that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm coming right back.
Yeah.
like telling him, like,
there's no bullshit. There's no bullshit. Anything he says is there's no bullshit. You might think it's bullshit, but it's just him kind of misspeaking, right? Or not speaking the way, or being not expressing himself the way he's meaning to. And we saw that in the press conference too. Someone saying like, "Oh, you're scared to go out there and you don't know why you're doing this and all this stuff. Do you still stand by that?" And he was like, "I didn't say that. I don't know if you watched the video, but it's like that's a lot of people's takes on that video."
Yep.
But what that shows you is that he just doesn't express himself.
He has a hard time articulating his words and like what he's actually
exactly
like feeling.
Delivering his thoughts is not the strong suit. But as soon as he gets in the cage and starts fighting,
delivering these hands are his strong suit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the expression, right? That's finally all this stuff I've been trying to explain and stuff. I'm just going to let it all out right now and do what I do best.
And that's the thing. Again, you could see the anxiety on his face, but I guarantee it, as soon as he's doing the walkout, as soon as he walks in that cage, it's kill or be killed mode. He always says that, right? It's kill or be killed. Him and Nate both say that. And you're going to see a totally different Nick Diaz in there. So,
yeah. I'm not worried at all with the stuff I've seen so far.
You taking submission, decision, KO?
I think probably a decision. I think Robbie's tough to put away. Very decision. Tough to put away. Yeah, I think decision.
Okay. We'll move on then. Oh yeah. No, I take Nick Diaz, and I think decision as well. But man, I am praying for him to finish Lawler, and I love Lawler too. This is what sucks because I'm a big Lawler fan too. No disrespect to Lawler. Yes, but I want him to have some type of a big way to win, so that the buildup continues going there. So everybody, like, we've seen this, like we already know this, but I want everybody else to see. I want it to be a good fight. I want him to have a good showing, and then he's been talking shit to not talking shit to, but saying he can kick Usman's ass.
Yeah. And Usman's like, please win.
Because Uncle Dana, that while he's saying that, he just has the dollar signs in his eyeballs. And if he has a really good showing, let's say he knocks out Lawler, who is hard to put away. Let's say he submits Lawler, whatever. I think chances of a Nick Diaz versus Usman fight goes up.
If he knocks out, or if he finishes Lawler, and Usman gets past Colby, that is 100% the fight that's going to happen.
And
does he
I
deserve
would
it?
love to see that.
Guess what? Yes. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Welterweight's a shit show anyways. They're not going to have
Leon Edwards.
Bro. You see this shit right here? Ride or die.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, we'll move on to the next one. We have Curtis Blaydes versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
Yes.
Blaydes favored at minus 290. Rozenstruik plus 265. Who are you going with?
Probably Curtis Blaydes.
I thought that was just going to be your answer. Yes.
Yeah. I got Curtis Blaydes. Yeah, I have Curtis Blaydes too, man. Blaydes coming off that devastating knockout, lost to Derek My Balls is Hot Lewis. Yeah.
And Rozenstruik's not been too bad, man. He actually ended up beating Augusto Sakai recently. Sakai is an up-and-coming star.
Shout out on the date on this this picture that we put up too.
September 4th, UFC 266. I remember that.
I missed it. Yeah.
That's awesome. I like how it doesn't have the year either. It's just UFC 266. Figure it out. Figure it out.
The date's wrong anyways. Who cares?
But I think, Blaydes ends up beating most of the heavyweight division, not named, Ngannou. And I think if he faces Derek Lewis again, I think he might end up beating Derek Lewis, I don't know, maybe 6 times out of 10. Who knows?
Cyril Gane beats him.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, that's a very good point. Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of that, like looking below Lewis, Cyril Gane, Ngannou, I like Curtis Blaydes' chances against a lot of those heavyweights.
Yeah, me too. The problem though is, and it's what Derek Lewis exposed, is the way he shoots his takedowns. He reaches. He's a very accomplished wrestler. If you look at the way he fights and how he has his wins, but he reaches for his takedowns. So,
and if there's anything Rozenstruik does have, it's knockout power. It is knockout power for sure.
I would not be surprised if we see something very similar to his fight against Derek Lewis. That being said, I think Blaydes probably gets it done. I don't think this is going to be the most exciting fight, though.
You know what? You got Blaydes? You got Blaydes? I'll take Rozenstruik. Rozenstruik because it's either. I mean, either way, I think it's a close fight.
Very close.
I don't think because Rozenstruik does have that equalizer, man, in that right hand of his.
And don't forget he's not just a puncher, Like he could very easily catch Blaydes coming in with a knee.
So give me the other dog here. You know what? I might just go parlay then with Rozenstruik, NICK DIAZ, sprinkle in a little Shevchenko like it's going to make any difference. I might get an additional 20 cents.
Yeah.
And then Ortega. So far, man, I got 3 dogs in there.
Yeah. What are the Nate? God damn it. Here I am too. What are the Nick and
calm
Robbie?
down, Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
Robbie's minus 125. Nick is plus 130.
Plus 130. That's going to keep going up.
Yeah.
People are freaking out about that matchup. They see one interview and the way he looks awkwardly shadow boxing in a bunch of cameras for the first time in 6 years, and everybody thinks he doesn't belong in there. So that's gonna keep changing. That's gonna get better.
Hey, give me these dogs so far, man. I'm loving the dogs. All right.
Yeah.
In the first,
do you love this next
fight,
dog?
No, absolutely not. The first fight starting off.
I think
give me the dogs except for this one. But yeah, the fight that is kicking off the main event on pay-per-view, we have Jéssica Andrade versus Cynthia Calvillo. So Andrade coming in the favorite, minus 230 versus Calvillo, plus 210.
Plus 210. Yeah. The other represent fighter on the card.
So what are you thinking here? So Andrade's losing 3 of her last 4. But
against 2 though. What's the competition?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Shevchenko, Namajunas, and Weili. Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili. So I mean, she's fighting the best of the best. She's fighting some of the best fighters already for quite some time. Jéssica Andrade, I think, is gonna win this one fairly easily.
Yeah. This is at 125.
I believe so. Let me double check here. Let me check.
If it's at 125,
125.
especially.
125.
Yeah. This is Andrade's fight. That being said, depending on which game plan she has, right? Calvillo is slick on the ground.
She is slick.
Very slick. I wouldn't be surprised if she pulls off a submission here, but I think Andrade she's a tank, man.
She's a tank. Jessica Andrade is no slouch when it comes to the ground either, though.
True.
I mean, I feel like Cynthia Calvillo will be one of those fighters. Now, don't get me wrong; she's 9-2 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's got an excellent record. But I think she's going to be one of those fighters that goes down with a big what if. Because I feel like there's issues with discipline there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not the biggest Calvillo fan. I think she's overrated. Personally.
You were very high on her at the beginning.
I was very high on her in the beginning. And
So
then again, the issues with the discipline started coming through. And, we talk about recently, we talked about weight cutting and stuff like that. And, this is the UFC. Like, people that start fighting, this is their dream. Like, you make it into UFC. And she's very talented. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But again, just the fact that, like, I feel like she's just always going to be that fighter where we have a giant question mark on her that just, what if? What if she would have been able to, fight at 115? What if she would have been able to be disciplined with her diet? What if, she would be able to, stop smoking so much weed? What if, like, I don't know, man. It's rough. It's rough for me.
Yeah. It sucks because, she's so talented. Her ground game, I remember when she first started, she got that submission in her first fight. And in the post-fight interview, she was like, I'm like a shark in these waters or something like that.
No, the ground's the ocean and I'm the shark.
Yeah. I was damn. Yeah, that's scary.
And everybody's scared of sharks.
Yeah, no one likes those.
That's so funny.
But, like you said, that's where we are now. But, she's got massive opportunity here to fight Andrade. She's found herself in a very big opportunity on the main card. On a NICK DIAZ card of all cards. Come on.
I don't see her getting
crazy.
it done.
It's crazy to me that there's a few fights on the prelims that I would think were probably deserve to be on the pay-per-view instead of this one, if I'm being honest.
Who? Is it Moraes versus Dvalishvili?
I would not be surprised to see that. I think Hooker versus Haqparast would probably be a better fight on here. But that being said, they probably didn't really expect that fight to happen. So they were like, let's keep it on the prelims just in case this falls off, just because of how crazy everything's been with both of them.
You have what is it?
Abdurakhmanov.
Ababat. Yeah, that guy. Versus Christakis.
I know. Massive fight there.
Modafferi. Hey, she's just still doing her thing, huh? She's been around for like 30 years.
Dude, Jalen Turner versus Euros Medic.
That's a good one, too. Maximov is one of the ones from the NICK DIAZ army, right?
And that guy is, bro. Have you watched him yet?
No.
He's coming.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nick said that he doesn't think that there's anybody.
I don't know what the odds are on that fight, but he is a lock on a parlay. Absolute lock.
Okay, you know what? Add him to my parlay then.
He's very exciting. He's going to be a big deal, I think.
Let's see here. What's he? He's favored minus 150 is the best I can find.
Yeah, it's a lock. That's an addition to a parlay.
What up, JPZ? JPZ coming through saying Modafferi out here ruining prospects' careers. For real though, Modafferi. Yeah. Like let some other people come in and have their shine. Like.
What was
she's been around for 30 years, and
what was Macy Barber's nickname?
Not the future.
Was it the future?
Is it the future?
I don't know. Whatever it was, Modafferi's like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Check your knees.
Dude, but I love seeing her picture because she's like, just staring at the camera, like a goofy smile, glasses on.
Yeah.
Looks like she's got done reading like 50 books. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just finished a few episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, man. It's so funny. But she'll kick some ass, man. Absolutely. The future. Thank you, JPZ, coming through with that. Yeah, it is the future. Well, I don't know.
I was thinking it, and I was like, no. She should never had it. When you first said it, I was thinking it.
Macy, the reevaluation barber.
Yeah. Macy, the maybe sometime barber.
Yeah. I don't know. The prospect. We'll see.
Yeah, the forever,
and
the future prospect.
The other one is Martin Sano, is it?
Martin Sano, yeah. That dude's in every single picture Nick Diaz has ever posted.
There we go, dude.
Don't know anything about him. But, Nick Diaz Army, so ride or die.
That's a card. So just to recap here, Will, you have Ortega. I have Ortega at plus 155. We both have Shevchenko at minus 900. We both have Nick Diaz at plus 130. You have Curtis Blaydes. I have Rozenstruik. The dog at plus 265. Blaydes at minus 290.
Yeah.
And
any heavyweight at plus 265 is worth looking at.
Oh, for
anything
sure.
can happen at heavyweight.
Yeah, these things happen in MMA.
Yeah.
As Nick Diaz says, right?
Yeah.
So, and then Jéssica Andrade. We both have Jéssica Andrade at minus 230. Did you hear about Jéssica Andrade like being on OnlyFans? And I guess they're saying
paid off her house.
Paid off her house and her car being on OnlyFans.
You know what? I mean, why not, right?
You gotta do what you gotta do, Jéssica Andrade. Respect to you.
Yeah. If the UFC's not paying off your house, take matters into your own hands.
Well, there we go. Do you have anything else, Will?
No. Very excited. Super excited.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. JPZ sends out a message right now. What do you guys think of Tom Aspinall? Yeah, if you want to go back and listen to some of the episodes, I'm extremely high on Aspinall. I've been high on Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall should change his nickname to the Future.
For real. No, but
he is the future.
I've said that he is like the next generation of heavyweights.
Yeah.
He's one of those younger fighters that comes up training in multiple disciplines of mixed martial arts. He's a true mixed martial artist, but he's able to move around like a light heavyweight. His footwork is like a middleweight, and he has the power of a heavyweight. So he's like this hybrid.
Man, that 1-2.
He's a hybrid. I love Tom Aspinall.
I think him, Tanner Bozer, Cyril Gahn, all these kind of guys that are coming in like lighter.
A guy if he could drop a little bit of weight.
Yeah, maybe
because he's got quick hands too.
Yeah, those types of guys are what the future of the heavyweight division is going to look like. I think those guys might pave the way for like a super heavyweight division sometime way down the line. Because there's guys who cannot get to that weight, and they might make like a heavyweight and then super heavyweight division just because. I mean, I think that's what the future of heavyweight looks like. You're always going to have your Derek Lewis type characters, right? That cut weight to 265 and drop people with one shot. But they're starting; those kinds of fighters are starting to get exposed by people like Cyril Gahn. So, and it's only going to continue, I think.
Well, there we go. Well, hey, apparently I forgot to connect my laptop, and it's about to die. Will, so do you want to call it a night?
I mean, yeah, that's the card, right?
There we go.
Nick Maximoff.
Yes, absolutely. I'll toss him into the parlay. Shout out JPZ. Thank you.
Oh no. There he goes. I think we lost him. All right. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Let us know why we're wrong in the comments. And we'll be back Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time to recap the card. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Take it easy, JPZ. Catch you on Sunday morning. All right. Thanks.